Reddit has canceled me over my Trisha Paytas take. And my beloved Reddit that I used to love now hates me. I'm sorry, guys.
Do not worry. The podcast.
Well, wait till you see what Reddit had to say about me. This is nothing. Reddit fucking came for me, bro. I thought Reddit had my back, but they don't. So let's just quickly talk about this. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Trisha Paytas, Ethan Klein's ex-co-host on Frenemies, was on SNL. Obviously, we can't show you any of the clips because we'll get copyrighted. Here she is at the end, standing next to Paul Mescal, etc. She was part of like a little skit where she played herself as a podcaster, something like that. They were making fun of like Spotify Wrapped or something. Great for Trisha. Congratulations. Good for her. Okay. So Ethan, apparently years ago, on Frenemies had said that he would cut his arm off if Trisha ever made it to SNL. So this went viral again on Twitter, and let's check this clip out.
I'll be just Kelly.
Also, I would rather die than go on Saturday Night Live. Because it just seems like a lot of work. Not because I'm opposed. It just seems like a lot of work.
Okay, lazy.
it's like
I'll take it. I'll be on it.
Yeah, you're not. You're if you go on Saturday Night Live, I will. What's something really valuable I could put on the line?
Like what?
I'll cut my arm off. My whole arm.
I don't want your arm off.
So extreme, too.
Jesus.
If you go on SNL, that's a threat. If you go on SNL, I'll cut my fucking arm off.
Oh my God. Jesus, so dark.
All right, let's
I'm
do
doing
this.
SNL.
Let's do this.
So that clip went super viral. So viral, in fact, that like even People magazine like picked it up. And they're like, Trisha Paytas makes SNL a cameo 3 years after her podcast co-host said he'd cut his arm off if she ever made the show. And I guess the internet is just happy to hate on Ethan Klein now, so whatever chance they get. But I mean, it is crazy. Good for Trisha. Now, before we get into more of this, let me just tell you guys about what I think about Trisha Paytas, because as you guys know, I used to watch a lot of H3. I used to watch a lot of Frenemies, and Ethan kind of conditioned his audience to hate Trisha, I have to say. So after Trisha's appearance on SNL, Ethan actually released an episode, and he kind of gave her credit for that. He's like, you know what? I want to give her credit. But he kept sort of hinting that it was only a 10-second cameo. So even when he's trying to give her flowers and give her props, it has to be like in a backhanded compliment kind of way. Like,
yeah, because he's awful.
Like it was only 10 seconds. So let's just see a little bit of that.
Jealous bitch.
Let's see.
But that's not what.
Is it really that big of an achievement just to show up for 10
Yes.
seconds?
Yes. It absolutely is.
Right now.
No, I'm not saying she doesn't get it. I'm just saying.
How many other creators have done that, if any?
Done a 10-second cameo on?
Yeah, how many?
wasn't
Even if it was just.
So he's belittling it, you know what I mean? He's trying to not make a big deal out of it. Like, what, just 10 seconds? What, 10 seconds? And here he kind of continues to belittle her appearance on SNL.
So, yeah, she did good. She crushed it. She delivered those lines with grace and humor, and what a talent. I mean, Trisha's done a lot of cameos.
So here he's trying to compliment her, but you feel like he's suffering to like just give her just a basic compliment. It's like taking every effort, and it feels just so insincere. Like he seems like he's just saying it because he has to say it. He just wants to mention again that she's only done it for 10 seconds.
Though it's not just SNL. She's been on all kinds of. She has like a weird thing for doing like cameos everywhere.
Weird thing. Like he's just trying to.
That was.
To belittle.
I know.
I just want to say though,
shocked
in my mind, the arm cutting off was for the guest host. I'm just saying.
So no, he's saying like she should have guest. Like to him, it doesn't really count because she wasn't a guest host. It's not good enough that she did a 10-second cameo.
What a dick.
Anyways, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a huge fan of Trisha Paytas. I never was. Like, she was his co-host on Frenemies, and I know, like now looking back at it, so Ethan basically trained his audience to hate Trisha, and he really did send an army of like bullies and just vile shit her way after Frenemies ended. He kept talking about her for years. He kept shitting on her for years. And I know that their whole relationship and their situation with Ela and Moses and the brothers being married and all of that, it's super complicated. But
That's weird.
But like I'll admit that I didn't like Trisha, and when the whole Ethan versus Trisha stuff was going down, I was firmly on Ethan's side, and I was fully like bought into the fact that like she was just crazy and like, yeah, she's fucking evil and she's done all this horrible shit. And look, to be fair, Trisha Paytas has done some horrible shit in the past. And the fact that like, but the problem is that Ethan Klein sort of took advantage of her and took advantage of her mental illness and put her on this podcast and like just kept poking at her and putting her in these situations where she would kind of lose it and be extremely uncomfortable and have these breakdowns on camera. And it took me a while to notice that. At first, I was just seeing it as entertainment. I just thought she was crazy and annoying and like it was just a fun show. And I have to admit, part of that sentiment that I had of hating Trisha and seeing her from Ethan's point of view didn't really go away. Even after I started criticizing Ethan and not liking Ethan, I guess some of that brainwashing kind of worked. So yesterday, I put up a post on Twitter and Reddit saying like, hey, why is everyone giving Trisha Paytas like a pass? Isn't she like a raging Zionist? And that was based on this clip that I saw right here. A very quick clip on Twitter.
People so offended by that. I don't know why.
It's such a good video.
Anyways, we're for Israel, not Palestine.
No.
And then there's these photos that were also circulating. So here's Trisha Paytas wearing like an Israel dress, just Israel balloons behind her, the Israeli flag. She's dressed as an IDF soldier here, just drinking water out of an Israeli themed bottle. And she said a lot of things about being pro-Israel, but all of that stuff mainly happened after she met Moses, etc. She was just trying to like be
Trisha
accepted.
plays the part.
She was just trying to play a part. And I know a lot of people are going to say, but Anthony, this is just like the Star of David. This doesn't represent Israel. It does. Like, this isn't a Jewish Star of David flask. It's a Israel-themed water bottle. And to me, you're kind of a Zionist when you're openly supporting Israel and holding the Israeli flag and stuff. That means you're supporting a Zionist state. You're supporting apartheid. So I'm sorry, it's not just the Star of David. If you're carrying and representing Israel like flags and merch, that is Zionism. I'm sorry. And I know there's a lot of Trisha fans watching and that might be upset, but it's fine. So with that very little information and just these photos and that short little clip, I went on Twitter and Reddit and was like, hey, why are we giving Trisha Paytas a pass but not Ethan Klein? She seems to be just as much of a Zionist, if not more of a Zionist than he is. And bro, Twitter was all in support of me. Twitter, I was getting retweeted and likes and quote tweeted and all that shit, but Reddit did not have my back, bro. Let me tell you guys what happened on Reddit. I got fucking canceled, yo. Snark, which used to love me. Snark hates me now, bro. So here are just some of the comments that I got on Snark.
No, Snark.
Snark, what did I
No.
do? So people on Snark came at me strong. So this is I can't read this name here. So it says, I think there's many things to criticize Trisha on, but even I genuinely do not think that she's a Zionist as Ethan is. Sure, I believe she's ignorant and a notorious internet troll, but her takes regarding Israel and Palestine have shown no allegiance towards the Israeli state whatsoever. Perhaps when she began her relationship with Moses, she was way too obsessed with his status as an Israeli, sometimes even bordering on anti-Semitic fetishization, but I just don't believe she's a full-blown Zionist. Top Fuel says Trisha has done a lot of problematic things that I will never defend, but calling her a Zionist shows how little you know or care to research. This subreddit seems to love you for some reason, so please stop trying to grift even more support. Top Fuel, how dare you?
Whoa.
First of all, isn't grifting when you like support, let's say like I support leftist policies and then I start for some reason supporting right-wing policies for some reason just to make more money. How am I grifting? I just don't understand that comment. It makes no sense. If anything, I'm being consistent. If I'm complaining about one Zionist, I want to complain about all Zionists, not just pick and choose whatever Zionist I like or don't like at the time. Rosie Doe says she isn't a Zionist, and it's really annoying that people keep bringing this up. During her cancellation, a YouTube commentary channel called her a Nazi. So which is it? Just say you dislike her and stop conflating her with these labels. The only Zionist in the room with us is Ethan, and he's proud about it too. Forever Snark says Hassan believes in rehabilitation, and so should you. We got another comment by Easy Angel. No one is giving her a pass for anything. This is totally unrelated to her appearance on SNL. Like, of course she's going to get mentioned here after her SNL appearance, since they mentioned it multiple times on Frenemies. I don't know anything that has happened with Trish since leaving Frenemies that is more relevant to H3 than this. If we can't post about this, since it features Trisha, then what can we post about? Also, regardless of how you feel about her, it doesn't change that Ethan did her wrong at the end of Frenemies. I think you're really misinformed here and should stay in your lane. They're telling me to stay in my lane?
I mean, you just asked.
I know, right? Like, why are we? And Belakis, so one of the moderators actually like linked me to a bunch of videos of Trisha saying pro-Palestine things. So they're giving me the right information, but a lot of people are just getting angry at me. So I'm scared to post on the subreddit now, man. I'm like, these people terrify me. A significant share, 9520 said, this chick will forever be the scapegoat. She has made her stance clear. Cherry picking a poor taste picture of her cosplaying as an IDF soldier when we all know she wasn't trying to make a stance and trying to win over Moses is weird. Don't get me wrong, that picture is icky, but context matters. And actually the moderator of the subreddit linked me to 3 Trisha Paytas videos supporting or seemingly supporting Palestine. So let's watch those videos. And those videos actually changed my mind. So thank you to the moderator for sharing that with me because I was not aware of those videos. So here's Trisha and Moses talking about this, I think in 2020.
To be clear, Palestinians are victims. They do suffer. And they probably have it the worst because they are both occupied and also from inside they have people that work against them on both ends. And then on the Israeli side, same thing. We're surrounded by enemies. And so both sides suffer from the same issue in different scales.
I mean, no.
And
the
the
same
other part was
scale.
also,
Sure.
there's probably, I think, over a billion.
So, like, I'm sorry, what he said, that's kind of Zionist. Like, you know what I mean? I know Trisha fans and you guys like Moses and stuff, but like, yeah, they're not suffering the same thing at all. Okay? I know you hate Ethan, but we shouldn't just turn a blind eye to
Muslims in
him.
the world, they're all good people. And there's a few that, do certain acts in all cultures. Everywhere. There's good people, there's bad people. It does have nothing to do with race, gender, culture, religion. There's good, there's bad, everywhere. So I'm so sorry to any Muslim out there that felt...
Well, you didn't do anything to Muslims.
No, but they felt that I was talking about them in a way that wasn't, that was generalizing. And
Who thought that?
I'll show you my messages later.
I'm team Palestine, if I'm going to just take a side in this situation. I'm all for you being independent, so go Palestinians.
Who's you? I'm not Palestinian.
I say to the people out there, go Palestinians. I'm on your side, too. I'm on your side more, actually.
Okay, so, I mean, hey, respect to Trisha. I did not know she said this when I saw that clip. It made me smile. Here's Trisha talking about boycotts. This is more recent. This is post-October 7th.
People waiting in line for the Stanley Cups at Target has been like such a hot topic that it's tearing the internet apart. And
I thought we were boycotting Target. Or no, we're boycotting Starbucks.
Starbucks, yeah.
Okay,
Wait,
girl.
but you're talking about the Stanley Cup. Is that Starbucks related?
I think it's the Stanley Cup is a Target Starbucks cup.
So boycott it.
Just focusing on the Stanley aspect.
Okay. So, I mean, she's talking about boycotting Starbucks. That's pretty fucking badass, I gotta say. That's pretty cool. Again, I did not know that. And here is Trisha talking about Hassan and how she kind of agrees with his politics.
I don't know. Obviously, he's not for me. I just thought he was like a gamer. Does he play games or
He's
just...
on Twitch, but I think he talks on Twitch.
Yeah.
See?
Do you watch him? Are you a
Just talking
Hassan
a
fan?
lot. No, I don't like politics. I don't watch anyone that talks about politics.
Oh, he's
so
always political.
It's all political.
What side is he on?
The good side.
The good side. I don't know. Hopefully. You don't know what he promotes? What if he's on Trump's side?
I have no
I
idea.
know. I think he's liberal. I think he's very liberal from what I've seen on
okay.
Twitter. I think that's why gay Twitter also likes him because he's hot and liberal. So
Is he for the gays?
I think so. I'm assuming. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be speaking that much about him.
Yeah.
I just know that he's.
So, I mean, look, this isn't related. This is related to like Hassan's thoughts on Palestine, but she says she likes Hassan. She supports Hassan. That's good. We like that. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I do think that Ethan's brain, just like Ethan and Hila were brainwashed by the state of Israel to believe that Palestinians are evil and that there should be no state for Palestinians and that Israel belongs to the Jews. I was brainwashed by Ethan Klein into thinking that Trisha was just like a crazy piece of shit. And I do want to apologize for that subreddit and Trisha fans. Okay, we love Trisha. These videos genuinely changed my mind. And like, we're not like stubborn here. If I say something wrong on the podcast and someone corrects me, I'm more than happy to correct the record. So subreddit, please do not hate us. This is your show. This is a show I want Snarkers to feel welcome here and to feel accepted here because I know you guys just lost your favorite podcast and I wanted to give you guys a show that you guys can enjoy. So have I kissed enough ass, Noor, to the Trisha fans?
Sure.
Do they still hate me, Noor?
Out of all the people we've been talking about, I feel like Trisha is the most reasonable person, and she is one of the few people I feel who you can actually have a conversation with, and based on all her conversation with Ethan from Frenemies and whatnot, I know she actually listens to Ethan whenever he talks, unlike him, which is why I never really liked Frenemies, and whenever I did watch it, I would watch it for her.
It was a very toxic show, and it was very uncomfortable to watch. Like I must admit, like
super uncomfortable.
I watched it because it was like a train wreck. Like you're just watching to see what's going to happen, who's going to yell at who, is she going to lose her mind? But like again, Ethan was just putting her in such a dangerous, volatile spot that was so bad for her mental health, and it took me a while to recognize that. But that's not all. Just a couple more. Wael Furi mindset. I'm sorry. Just a couple more things about Ethan Klein. We need to get them views up. He released a video on his YouTube channel called Why Does Nobody Care? I guess he was targeting some other Twitch streamer who was apparently anti-Semitic. But I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I didn't watch this video, folks. Like, I'm at a point where I don't even give a fuck. I normally watch these so I can cover them on this show and tell you guys if there's any clip that's worth talking about. I've stopped giving a fuck. And look, it's got 84K views in 3 days, which is nothing for Ethan Klein. His channel has over 350,000 subs or something. Like, no one cares anymore, literally. So
Also, he's repeating the same video every week.
just
stop.
It's the same shit, and just he was talking apparently about this guy, and this look H3 Snark. I got this from your page. Don't hate me. So he was referencing some Twitch streamer, and he called him Arabic speaking Twitch guy. That's like that. That's what he thinks of Arabs, like Arabic speaking Twitch guy. Like yeah, that's the way to describe him. Thanks, Ethan. There was also a clip of Hassan on the red carpet at the Streamer Awards, and he was about to like be asked a question in front of a sponsor board where they had like brands in the background. And the interviewer asked Hassan to like move away from the sponsors and just like stand in front of a bush. And Ethan saw that clip and like started celebrating because he's like, he thinks that Hassan is no longer brand friendly. And I think he wants to take credit for that. We can try to watch some of that, but it's been edited in a weird way on the subreddit because Ethan's been copywriting. He's been copyright striking videos from the subreddit to try to get the Snark subreddit taken down and to stop criticism. So people have edited this really weird, but let's try to enjoy it anyways.
Hassan, quickly, come on, real quick. 30 seconds, fuck out of here. Just get your interview out of the way. I don't care if you piss your pants. What are you dropping?
I'm just dropping my bag. Oh, let's go over in the backdrop. Wait, are we moving?
We gotta move for Hassan, actually. Hassan's too big, apparently.
Go over there. Go back there.
Yeah, what are you
No. Stay over here. Stay over here.
She said trust her.
Hassan's not allowed to stand in front of the sponsors.
That's literally what happened. Like, there's no other way.
I guess you can't really. I mean, unless
It's the mic, maybe? The mic cable?
No shot.
Wow, dude,
They were freaking out as he was walking over there. Well, try it again. Watch it again.
And then he got told he has to stay there.
Yeah, dude. There's no way.
That actually sucks.
He's so happy, bro.
He's so happy, and it's odd.
He's
I'm hesitant to believe it just because it's Miskip. I know he's been milking these.
That's enough. But he's so filled with glee. Oh, Hassan can't stand in front of sponsors. Huh? I wonder why. Like that's all his fucking
It's
fault,
so
bro.
salty and
Piece of shit, Ethan. Man, seriously, such a fucking annoying little bastard. And finally, Ethan talked about the Bat Hasbara interview with Frogan and our friend of the show, Matt Lieb, and Frogan. Let's see what he had to say about that. It's a little long, but I mean, I think it's super important. And I don't think Matt Lieb is Jewish, but he's just calling him anti-Semitic here. So I don't know. I think Ethan knows that Matt Lieb is Jewish, but he might, instead of calling him a self-hating Jew or a capo, I guess he's going to call him anti-Semitic. Let's just watch Ethan's reaction.
Like, anything that's wrong in the world, blame the Jew. Mm-hmm. I see what
yeah.
No, actually, was it Keemstar? No, it was Ethan, Jew. Of all people, this guy, Matt Lieb, who apparently is a producer for Good Mythical Morning, who's a big part of their team, apparently.
Affairs.
Has a podcast called Bad Hasbara, in which he brought on Frogan to cry and bitch about getting banned for her insanely terrible behavior, the hummus racial tier list, and the wishing American soldiers get PTSD. He's like, yeah, you are being targeted. And they're reacting to a clip of me in which this guy, Matt Lieb, says something so horrifically fucked up that I believe either he needs to he actually does need to apologize and clarify. Like, it's total scumbag shit. Let me play it.
About this, that this is, it must be a perpetual state of affairs. And it also points out, I think, the obvious, which is that, like, at the end of the day, he's like, the only answer here, he says 2 states. And it's like, I think he knows full well that is not going to happen.
Right.
First of all, bro, nobody even wants a one state. What kind of fucking like insane? The Palestinians and the Jews both don't want one state. Look at every fucking poll. The desire for it is at like single digits in both camps.
So the only answer here is ethnic cleansing and genocide. And it's him allowing for it because at the end of the day, and this is not uncommon, it's not just him, but, the value of human life here goes far in favor of the loves Sabra category, if you know what I mean.
First of all, I love the dog whistle. I do know what you mean, Matt. I'm so glad that you pointed that out while trying to excuse her racist, disgusting, fucking anti-Semitic behavior on stage of putting Jews on the bottom and Arabs on the top of their tier list. You go, no, it's just hummus. But also, love Sabra, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about Jews, nudge, nudge. It's like, yeah, fucking moron. You just proved my point, you fucking imbecile.
Like,
what are you even talking about?
Crazy.
He's fucking lost his I honestly, let's just continue.
For him specifically, it's like, it's Jews are the more worthy of the land,
That is such a fucking obscenely disgusting, unwarranted take.
That's crazy.
Like, shame on him. It's crazy that you would even say that. That you think I'm a Jewish supremacist, that Jews are more entitled to the land because I said I'm in favor of a 2-state solution. Like, this is absolutely this is psychotic. It's psychotic. What is wrong with you?
Ethan, remind us what you think was going to happen if Palestinians are let loose in Israel and are going to coexist with Israelis. Ethan literally thinks that Palestinians are going to run around shooting and killing and eating Israelis. Like, that's what he thinks if there's a one-state solution. So you're the fucking crazy, unhinged, racist motherfucker, bro. Jesus fucking Christ.
Good. Also, doing some like good, deep-level anti-Semitism when he goes, it's not just Ethan, it's a lot of Jews. This is very common. And they think that Jews just deserve the land and Palestinians do not. It's like, you are fucking not only characterizing me that way, but painting a broad brush against like tons of other Jewish folks. Like,
you fucking idiot. You literally say that 90% of Jews are Zionists. You fucking dumbass. You're the one who's painting a broad picture of like Jews and misrepresenting them completely. You stupid fuck, Ethan Klein. Oh my fucking God, bro. I regret so many of my life decisions that are based on this fucking guy, except starting this podcast. Thank you, Ethan Klein.
me, just accusing every Jew of being, or most Jews, or lots of Jews, of being Jewish supremacists, which is just not true. It's anti-Semitic, it's fucking disgusting, and I dare you to point to one example of me ever saying anything like that. I mean, people can just say that shit, and it's just accepted. It's fucked up, man. Like, this guy works for Good Mythical Morning. This guy apparently works like for the most brand-friendly fucking show on earth, and he's saying...
You literally believe that Palestinians are going to murder Israelis and Jews any chance they get if they have to share a one-state, motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, fuck you, man.
Fuck you, Ethan.
It is a little surprising.
Yeah.
I have no idea who this person is. And
I recognize him.
I will admit, I'm not a regular Good Mythical Morning viewer.
Because I saw the clip and he's like a big producer for Good Mythical Morning.
Right, yeah.
And you know what? Dan, fuck you too, you fucking bitch. You fucking pussy. I'ma say it. I fucking hate Dan now, dude. I used to fucking love Dan. He used to be my favorite on the show. He's just been fucking backing up Ethan for anything. I bet that fucking paycheck feels good, doesn't it, Dan? Fucking spineless motherfucker. Zach, I understand. Zach is a fucking Zionist like Ethan. And fucking Love is also a fucking ass kisser. Lena and AB are the only two, and Ian are and Olivia are the only crew members that I still like. Fuck Dan. Dan keeps fucking backing Ethan up on everything. You're such a fucking bitch, Dan. I used to fucking respect you, bro. Not anymore, my man.
I wonder what Rhett Link's stance is on me being a Jewish supremacist. What a disgusting, shameful act of bigotry from both of them. And while running defense for Frogan, who is the most vile, disgusting, hateful, moron, anti-Semitic...
Shut the fuck up.
Rising star.
Yeah. Speaking of that, go watch Arabs. The new episode is out right now. You guys can watch it. Watch their comeback episode. Send them some love, okay? And fuck Ethan Klein now and forever. And he's still working on his content nuke. He's making a whole video about Hassan and other creators that have been attacking him. I'm kind of hoping I make an appearance in that video. I would be kind of honored, but I doubt he's gonna include me. He doesn't want to give me any attention or any smoke. But yeah, that's it for Ethan Klein. Lebanese people, I hope you're okay with that. We're done. We're done. Was that too long? I don't think it was that long, was it?
It was a bit long.
Was it a bit long, huh? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And just a quick also update. Arabs are back this week. Their episode is actually going to come out sometime tonight after we're done recording this. So I'm excited to check that out. Go support them.
Yeah, fucking fine.
Their comeback episode, it's been like 2 months that they've disappeared or something. So I'm excited to see that. Yeah, so welcome back, Arabs.
I do miss them. I love them.
We've missed you guys, Capri, Raf, and Frogan. So yeah, that's good to know.
Do not worry, the podcast